Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 7th episode of Majo no Tabitabi. And last episode, we got to reunite with Saya. That was the best thing ever. I really could not have asked for more for a Saya-Elena reunion. I mean, aside from traveling together in the future, of course, but that might have been asking for a bit too much. So I'm pretty happy with what we got, though. We got some pretty good stuff there. And I mean, there's other things that happened in the episode, like we went to a lion country and made, or the opposite of that, actually. Went to a company. How do words work? I just don't know anymore. We went to a country that couldn't lie, and we told them that's not as good as it sounds. You should lie again, and then they can lie again, right? That's pretty much what they have. I'm just gonna continue now. Let's just start the episode. So, 3, 2, 1, play. Ever get the feeling you shouldn't have went out of bed in the morning? Um, um. Uh, That'll solve things. Yeah, we don't trust those no good people on the other side of the wall. So we're gonna have that kind of story, I guess. Yeah, what are you on about? You don't say. It's a nice wall, though. uh, you build a cool statue. What are you gonna do with a knife? Like gonna carve something on the wall? Or yeah, I guess correctly. But what though? What specifically are we carving? This side of the country is great. By the way, okay, I mean, yeah, can't argue with that. Sure. Get visitor opinions, I guess. Sure, yeah, I mean, seems legit to me. Do you have a better idea? Really? Well, we can't lose to them, so let's go. Yeah, I see we're gonna get very involved in this. Yeah, who could have seen that coming? I mean, there's nothing really wrong with this, I guess. So, is that gonna be what the whole episode focuses on, or is that just a beginning thing? I guess we'll see. This is kind of interesting idea, though. A wall that like separates the two halves, also being used as a way for travelers to convey their feelings on each half, because they're like so close to each other. You know, the two sides of the wall. So I don't know. It's just an interesting thing to think about. And if enough people carve, eventually it'll carve the whole wall away and it'll disappear. Although that would probably take a while. Of course, wall doesn't mean too much when you can just, you know, fly. Just fly on over the wall. But which side really is better? That's the question. The wall etched by travelers. So yeah, definitely gonna focus on this. To show which side was better. Yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. Yeah, clearly that makes them better if they have more words of praise on their side. I I guess so. Yeah, there are a lot of words. Wow. Yeah, I thought that was her voice. Thought it was crazy for a second. Yeah. And there's the pendant. So are we actually gonna, focus on Saya this episode? Because that could be really cool. What do you mean do something about? What? Who's he interested in carving on the wall? Well, I don't know how we get something better than that. Yeah, what exactly do we do to help? Does that make you think of anyone in particular? getting some real deja vu here. Oh. Saya? You kind of you kind of scare me sometimes. I am etching my feelings into your wall. Please don't stop me. You shut up. It's extremely important. You don't understand. Oh, I guess that'd be one way to shake things up. Change the rules. uh, yeah, I'm sure tons of people would want to write that. That is actually a pretty good point. Why should it just be travelers that get to carve your wall? Yeah, really not a bad idea. I guess she is doing pretty good work here. After being scary for a minute. We're gonna tell them the exact same thing. And like I said, yeah, just fly on over the wall. It's no big deal. There's Elena's hair. I think that shot's in the opening. Because you're gonna meet up with Saya? Oh. Well, I mean, she's there, right? So same thing. And she just sees her name written on the wall a bunch of times. Oh. Oh. I guess we had a bit of a time gap here. Yeah, that wall's seen better days. Well, yeah, it wasn't you, it was, the mother or whatever. Ouch. Hey, Elena's still pretty great, you shut up. They are quite old. So what exactly did we miss? Did it just get carved too much? So it was just a little bit, okay. Not about a fallen angel there. Okay, so we also erased stuff. Yeah, I guess it would definitely take its toll on the wall. And then, of course, they do it from both sides. It'll, yeah, really, we're at it? Well, then. Hello? I actually really like the animation of the crumbling there. Okay, then. I guess it just worked out for the best. But we're all just people, you know. Yeah, this is a very interesting kind of storyline we got here. So... the important questions, yeah, who won? Yeah, that's to be expected. Because no side's really better than the other. Because we were on different sides. Yeah. Why would you want to look at the side of the lesser half? Only traitors would do such a thing. That's too bad. Saya saw it, she could tell you. Yeah, there's no way. Cute witch, that's your alternate nickname, yeah. The one with your name on it? Please tell me she grabs one with her name on it. Like, that's gotta be the case, right? Yeah, well, it's got the Ide part. So, I guess she will never know it was her whole name. Oh well. Would have been pretty funny. I was really hoping she would get like a freaked out reaction, like, why is my name on the wall? But, oh well. Oh well. I'm sure there are some fine grapes. Hey, yeah, it's the foot squishy thingy. I haven't seen that in a while. In any show. I suppose it's alright. If only I could be those grapes. Okay, we're doing this again. The grape stomping girl. That's a nickname. Yeah, as opposed to that village. But which side's better? Which village is better? I mean, who doesn't? Why are there people outside the window? Okay. Then you came to the right village. Can I try some? Oh, then why do you have it? Doing what? Oh. Put a cute girl on the cover? That's always a good plan. Make me more likely to buy it. Lovingly. I mean, you can't really compete with that. Unless we have Elena step on our grapes, in which case, yeah, we would win. So is that the girl we saw earlier? That's for truer words have never been said. Yes, I got it. Exactly. Need a cute girl of her own to step on our grapes. And one just has happened to arrive, so you're pretty big luck. There we go. Please step on our grapes. Wait, was that a yes? And that's why everybody was watching. They were hoping this would be the outcome. Well, I get it. I definitely get it. So, I guess we're just gonna guide her to our grapes and have her step on them. We don't get to see her in different outfits too often, so this is quite nice. It's official grape stepping attire. You must wear it. Yeah, pretty much what I said. Now we're bringing the grapes. We're preparing our grapes to be stepped on. Hello? Hey, we're about to improve things. Hey guys, that's the anime. Don't be that glad. No. You don't have a very good poker face, man. That's pretty tempting. That's playing dirty. Undersized girl, I will smack you, lady. You will speak to Elena with respect. I mean, that's the plan, yeah, and it's gonna be better than yours. Yo, I will... Yeah, we're definitely gonna beat this girl. Yeah, you're just picking a fight now. Maybe we can step on her instead. It's on now, lady. We will outstep you like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, you got her motivated now. That was your mistake. Now let me see your grapes. Let's go, Elena. This has become personal. Whew. These are about to be the luck. Oh god. I was about to say there's gonna be the luckiest grapes in history. I still say that. They don't seem that excited. Man, those grapes. They were not ready for today. Yeah, I bet. I mean, for one thing, you probably don't use your leg muscles that much, considering you fly. Well, Saya was here to help her with that. I mean, it's a rough job. Wow. I mean, I see. More than just her are doing the grape stepping, and they're misleading people by making them think it's all stepped on by her. Yeah, it's a scam. It's a fraud. Yeah, I should have seen this coming. It's all a lie. I knew this village couldn't be trusted. What are we doing now? We just tied him up. Yeah. Gonna sue you into the ground, lady. Yeah, because you were lying to people. Very much not okay. Yeah, imagine all the wine you drank under false pretenses. Everyone just like starts vomiting at once. It's a big difference. Yeah. Oh. Oh no, here comes a grape throwing. It's on now. And this is where it starts. I actually kind of forgot this was supposed to be what we were explaining. Are we gonna start throwing grapes too? Or are we gonna step on Rosemary? Because I'd be okay with either. Oh, yeah, she's got magic. She can next level throw. And I think she's drunk too, so that's not a great combo. Oh god, grapes everywhere, literally everywhere. This was a very interesting trip we had. Everyone dead, the end. Man, just the ground is like stained in grape juice. Yeah, I think her work here is done. The sun still rises. Yeah, that was actually quite the compelling story. Thank you for sharing that with me. It's definitely better than building a wall. Yeah, maybe we'll see her again someday. Oh, do we have a bottle with the latest picture on it? I mean, yeah, it's a great picture. But it captures her beauty, you know? So, yeah, I guess I wouldn't... And she would just stepping on those grapes throughout the entire story. So is that Rosemary? So yeah, I guess everything just kind of worked out. That was a fun second half. I mean, I liked the first half, but the second half really was a lot of fun. My opinion. I do quite enjoy this show, I'll be honest. Definitely one of my top 5 of this season, I can say with pretty good confidence. A little sad that Elena didn't meet up with Saya, but it does make sense, you know? We just had that, so... But I had my hopes up a little bit once, you know, she was on her way to the place where Saya was at, but she'd already left. I do wonder how big that gap of time was, because all they said was it was a little bit, which really doesn't tell me much. There's no time for the wall to come down. Okay, Okay, well, that was the 7th episode of Majo no Tabitabi. And yeah, really good episode. I quite enjoyed it. Our first half was interesting because we had this, this wall, if you will, right? And I first thought it was Elena there, but, eventually it clicked in my head that this is obviously a story from the past that Elena heard about, and, she would go there later and see how things went, right? And we did get that scene eventually, but for now it was like, yeah, we saw the wall, we got the idea of the two halves and how they don't get along well, and this witch just kind of brought the idea of we would just, carve visitors would carve their, experiences with the village on there, and then that would be a way of the two sides kind of competing to see who's the best, right? So, pretty cool idea. And of course, she says like the same thing to both sides. That's usually how you manipulate things in these sort of situations, because there's not going to be much communication between the two because the two don't like each other. That's how these kind of things go, right? So we had that. And then by the time Saya got there, yeah, there were tons of writings everywhere, right? So, and Saya in her job, I guess she, comes to check on this place, right? And she, sees what's up, and she offers like another idea to kind of improve things, right? So her idea was basically to have like, everyone write on there, like the actual residents themselves, because, why not? It's a good idea. Like there's no real reason not to. But the result of that, though, was a lot was being written on there, a lot was being erased, because of embarrassment or whatever, like for example, if you write X and Y, we will be together forever, and then you break up a couple days later and you just, you erase that, it's that kind of thing. And the cool thing about that, though, is the fact that it was happening on both sides. So as we're doing that, we crushed the wall together on both sides, like just like facing each other. And more so than anything else, that really gets across the idea just how similar the people on both sides are, So it was a really good way to just kind of connect them, and then the wall just came the rest of the way down, and everyone just kind of got along, right? I like the way that was kind of finished off, resolved. Just the visual of the breaking through the wall, both of them on both sides facing each other, while having similar feelings because they're both working on the wall for like roughly the same reason, right? So it was such a great way to have them all connect. I quite like that, honestly. So that was good. And then Elena showed up. I almost forgot to mention, yeah, Saya just writing I love Elena a bunch of times on the wall. That was great, It was a bit of like a yandere-ish kind of thing, when you just write that on a notebook over and over again, right? So just, that was quite fun, right? And Elena got a piece of debris with her name on it, although it didn't have her full name on it, so she didn't quite understand. But she still got it, though. There's still some value in her having it, I would say, even if she doesn't truly understand the piece of debris that she got. So I did like that first half. I really did. But I think the second half is my favorite. Okay. The second half actually was somewhat similar to the first half in the sense that there was like two sides, kind of competing with each other, right? There's still a very different half. It was just interesting how we had that kind of fairly big similarity in the two halves of the same episode. But anyway, we came here, and it's obviously like a grape-focused place, and grape wine developments, vineyard, whatever you'd call it, right? We make wine here from grapes, is the idea. And, they apparently have a tradition where they throw grapes at each other, and a child was like, hey, why do we do that? And it's like, well, let me tell you a tale, child, about the grape stomping girl and how she changed our village forever. That kind of thing. So, and of course, who was it going to be other than Elena? Of course it's Elena. Who else would it possibly be? So she shows up here, and she figures out what the deal is, There's this village and that village, and they both make their wine. They're competing with each other, I guess, in that respect. And they're kind of have the advantage, though, because they have Rosemary, this cute girl, as a printed label on the bottle. And they're selling this wine under the pretense that the good grapes are squished by her, right? Eventually, we learned that was not the case, but at this point in time, we did not know that. So we try to compete in the same way, right? We get a cute girl, in this case, Elena, who's like the cutest girl in the world, right? So, you can't really ask for someone better. And we got her all dressed up in the grape squishing attire and ready to do it. And then the enemy just comes strolling over, we have their Rosemary girl just like being carried by this big group of people, all very much being like, I don't know how to describe it, royalty-like, and she comes over there just being all haughty and just antagonistic, you know, and what she did was probably not the best idea, because all she really accomplished was getting Elena fired up, you know, with all those insults and whatnot. Because, I mean, Elena's objectively a better girl than her, so I don't know what she was expecting to accomplish by that, honestly. So after she finished with her trip, she just starts stomping on those grapes passionately, furiously, and, you know, after a day's hard work, I mean, did we actually find out how much squishing she did? Because I know it's obviously not as much as the anime did, but do they mention how much exactly she did? I mean, I don't think they did. I mean, she asked how much of that wine is being sold. At first I thought she was talking about theirs, but I think she was talking about the enemies. But that question allowed us to figure out that the amount that they're claiming is being sold can't possibly be true. So, you know, so there's a lie, right? So there's a lie somewhere, and the lie ended up being that it was not all squished by Rosemary. It was squished by everyone else, and they're just lying about that, selling it under false pretenses, and that's pretty horrible. Like, imagining ingesting something into your body because you think it's a certain way, and you find out that it's not that way at all. Like, that's more than a little bit of a bad thing. That would really piss anyone off, I think, you know. So that's not okay. What they were doing was definitely not okay. Rosemary tried to downplay it, like, let's say it's not that bad, but it is that bad. You don't do that. That is so not okay. So, you know, we got them all tied up, and then the grape throwing happened, and I suddenly remembered, oh yeah, this was a story to explain that, wasn't it? And then, yeah, drunk Elena, just magic flying grapes everywhere, and the great battle of grapes ended, and Elena was on her way, and that place had been changed forever and got a cool new tradition, and everyone gets along better. So, as usual, Elena, you know, making things better, even though she's not necessarily trying to, you know, but she played a role, and her role led to that. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah, I quite enjoyed that second half. That was a lot of fun there. So yeah, that's really all I got to say on the episode. I think I enjoyed it. And I hope you did too. So there's that. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.